Hey guys, Hector here. Gonna be changing things up a little bit for our episode today. I'm coming to you from my house, from my office actually, and gonna take you through one of my favorite practices. One of my favorite practices for the get up, and we're gonna be something. I wouldn't say this is new, but I think this is something new that I've added to the get up, and that's going to be some posterior rocking. We're very familiar. Posterior rocking is the rave nowadays. It's in every movement system there is, and essentially posterior rocking is something that we see in our children, and that's something that we go through as a part of our developmental process. Is we do this posterior hip rocking. You see. Little babies start to do these little posterior rocks like that. And basically what those movements are doing is it's strengthening your back, your trunk, your midsection, your upper body. You're learning how to push back with your arms. So you're starting to develop and strengthen the triceps and shoulders. You're also mobilizing the hips. You're working the ankles. It's kind of working and encompassing everything of a part of our development. So this is something that's very common now in a lot of movement systems. Nobody created this. I'm just simply adding this to our get-up. So it's going to be a modified posterior rock, but we're going to do it while we're doing the get-up. And then I'm going to show you one of my favorite lat builders or lat strengthening exercises from the get-up. And this is something that you can incorporate if you're familiar with the bent press. If you're not, this is going to help your bench press, this is going to help your military press, this is going to help your push-up, this is going to help all that, because it's basically going to help you to learn how to engage the lat. And it's also going to help mobilize the shoulder as well. So I'm going to kind of go right into it. I'm not going to do a whole lot of instruction. I'm just going to kind of take you through what my mobility work looks like. And I always like to encompass it with some kind of strength. So BJJ guys, this is great for the shoulder. Many BJJ athletes have some of the worst posture I've ever seen, and they're also some of the most busted up athletes as they get towards the end of their career once they get to the black belt. So shoulders is a huge deal. A lot of BJJ guys, we have a lot of times they get injured shoulders, elbows, etc. So this is going to kind of help touch into that shoulder just a little bit. So here we go. No more talking. Let's get to work. All right. So you want to use a moderately light bell with this. I'm going to be using a 24 kilo bell. You can do this with the 24. You can do this even heavier if you like. But if this is going to be your first time doing this practice, I recommend a light bell. So gentlemen would be 16 kilo up to 24 kilo. Maybe crazy strong guys even higher if you want to. If you're an experienced kettlebell lifter. Ladies, you're going to want to use an 8 kilogram to 16, depending on how strong and how confident and how competent you are in the get up. So here we go. And there you have it, guys. That's one of my little flows I go through with the get up. And to be honest, sometimes when I go through the get up, I really don't even, I try not to actively think about what it is that I'm doing. I just let my body go where it wants to go. I explore some new movements. I try to see, what does my body feel like? How strong do I feel? How mobile do I feel? And I use this as a bit of a recharge to wake my body up, get some sweat going, and just play around and just explore. So what I did was I did your traditional get up to half kneeling windmill, and then from there I went into you saw some posterior rocking there. You saw me do like some head movements. So what I was doing is kind of clearing out my neck, making sure that I'm not holding any tension in my neck. You heard my breathing, okay, trying to use more of a relaxed breathing. You saw me do some rotations with the kettlebell. What that's doing there is it's working some internal and external rotation of the shoulder. So we're really kind of stimulating the rotator cuff. And then I went into the kind of like a crooked armbar from the half kneeling windmill position. So when you do that crooked armbar, it's really going to engage the lat. It's going to help mobilize the thoracic area, and it's going to really help strengthen that shoulder. So if you noted this, some of my BJJ guys, you noticed when I was in this position here, this looks pretty familiar, right? For my BJJ guys, this is the Americana, right? Someone gets you in side control when they put you into that Americana. So some of us have limited shoulder mobility, so even just getting in that position, you'll probably tap, right? And if they start to crank on it, that could also lead to injury, even though they really didn't crank it that far. So going into this bent armbar or crooked armbar like this, you're mobilizing, strengthening the whole entire shoulder girdle. You're connecting, you're getting the lat to turn on, so you're getting a whole lot of benefits here from that crooked armbar. So BJJ guys, my brothers, highly encourage you to look into that, or just follow a lot of the videos I'll be putting out, and it's going to be based on around the get up using that crooked armbar position. So I did both left and right sides, and I highly encourage you do both left and right sides. What this is going to do is this is going to create, you're never going to be perfectly symmetrical on left and right sides, whether it's strength, flexibility, you never really will be perfectly symmetrical. We want to get you as symmetrical as possible. So do both left and right sides. Make any note of any asymmetries you may find, like maybe you're not as strong on one side over the other. Maybe you're more mobile on the right side of your hip than the left side. Maybe when you did the arm bar, you're able to go all the way back and get your elbow back behind your back, and then on this side it's kind of like that's it right there. So make those notes, and then as you continue to practice this, make notes. Are you improving? You know, maybe spend a little more time in that crooked armbar on your left and really breathe through and get your body to get comfortable in that uncomfortable position. So that's all I got for you guys today. This is something that I go through a little bit every day, the get up, and it's never the same. I just kind of add little pieces to the mix. Sometimes I'll add some pressing. Sometimes I'll add some snatching at the top of the get up. And you notice I didn't stand all the way up. In traditional get up, you start from your back and you work your way all the way up to the top. Well, I didn't venture into that posture today. So the overhead work I did today, I did presses with a pair of 32s and front squats. And then later on, I got some TSC preparation to tie up, because we've got the TSC this coming Saturday. So I left the overhead work to my pressing overhead. But I used the crooked armbar to prep my shoulders and to prep my lats for pressing. So again, that's just something that I go through and that I practice. So I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of guidance and some encouragement on what it is, some stuff you can be doing at the house. So you can even do this body weight. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can even do this body weight as well. So that's all I got for you guys today. And if you're enjoying these videos, please like my page, and when I know this isn't a live post, but when I go live, you have an option there to share and even to be notified when I go live again. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.